A number of years ago, a unique manuscript came to light in the Cairo Museum of Antiquities. The manuscript was a previously unknown work by one of the early Rishonim, the early commentators. Its existence came to the attention of a certain Jew who we will call Reb Sholem. Reb Sholem made it his business to track down and publish such manuscripts. Reb Sholem made overtures to the Egyptians. They were unresponsive. Undeterred, Reb Sholem went to work. He galvanized every source of pressure he could bring to bear. He lobbied senators in Washington, members of parliament in Westminster and London. Eventually, the Egyptians were prepared to listen. To the Jewish people, the manuscript was priceless. To the Egyptians, it was worth $750,000. $750,000 is not a paltry sum by anyone's estimation. Reb Sholem didn't flinch. And in due course, the money was paid and the manuscript delivered. And with great eagerness, Reb Sholem and his team of experts gathered around as the manuscript was opened. Silence fell upon the room, as for the first time in centuries, the holy words of the manuscript greeted the eyes of those who truly knew their meaning and significance. And then one of Reb Sholem's colleagues leant forward to examine a certain line, and in doing so, his coat brushed against a large styrofoam cup which held a full cup of hot coffee. The material of the coat barely grazed the cup, but it was enough. Its entire contents spilled on the delicate manuscript, and within seconds, the manuscript had become a sodden, undecipherable mess. The man who'd spilled the coffee slumped into his chair with his head between his hands. The room was filled with a deafening silence. After a few moments, Reb Sholem walked over to the man, put his hand on his shoulder, and said to him, "Don't worry. We'll get you another cup of coffee." A Jew has only one job in his life, to do the will of Hashem. Up to the moment that the coffee was spilled, Reb Sholem's job was to publish the manuscript. After it was spilled, his job was not to get angry. The job doesn't change, only the context. At the end of the previous Parsha, Balak, we read that Pinchas took a spear in his hand and slew Zimri ben Salu, a prince of the tribe of Shimon, together with a Midianite princess called Cosbi. At the beginning of this Parsha, the Torah refers to Pinchas as the son of Elazar, the son of Aaron, the Kohen, and the Torah specifically links Pinchas to Aaron, his grandfather. The job of Aaron and of every Kohen is to create shalom, peace between the Jewish people and God. Actually, shalom is not adequately translated by the word peace. Shalom means a state of wholeness, of completion. Sometimes we create shalom through gentle acts of kindness and mercy, and sometimes we create shalom only through intransigence and apparent cruelty. The common denominator, however, is that our entire job in life is to do the will of God, whether that may be through gentleness or zealotry, or by offering another cup of coffee.